Welcome to Forsyth County News Football Media Day.
Dylan Beal, 3-year starter at left tackle. Hamilton Black, our right tackle, 3-year starter. Ethan Daugherty, a 2-year starter at quarterback. Luke Lemoyne, 3-year starter as well at safety, outside linebacker.
I'm Derek Richmond, the sports reporter for Forsyth County News. This Football Media Day is sponsored by Bryant Properties. Today we have an opportunity to dive into the minds of coaches and players on their expectations for the upcoming season. To get things rolling, I'm joined by head coach Mark Beach. Hey coach, how about you tell us why you chose these specific athletes to represent Lambert?
They've been instrumental in the success we've had, and so they've earned the right to be here.
Coach, you're your 4th year, 7-4, averaging 34 points a game on the offensive side. What are you most excited about going into this season?
We've got some younger guys, but we've also got some returners in key spots, and so our mentality doesn't change from year to year, and so the expectation is the same, and so I'm excited to see where we're at. We have a tough road to start off with, but that's what we want, to kind of gauge where we need to be for the playoffs, and that's our goal, is to be in the playoffs. And so I'm excited to see where we're at.
You were one of the teams that participated in Corky Kell's 7-on-7. What did you see from your group of guys there?
I asked Coach Mack, I said, make sure we get against the best competition when we go, and he didn't sugarcoat it there. He loaded us up. We played against Kell, who won it, and Milton and Norcross and Creekside. And so we have a lot of young guys in some receiver spots that really need that, and also in the secondary. So the 7-on-7 was good for us to go down there and compete against really good talent.
Now, you talk about a lot of young guys. You lost a lot of good players, Bransonburg, Campbell, just to name a few. What roles have anyone stepped up to fill those specific spots, or anyone eyes that made a big improvement from last year's?
Yeah, at receiver, we've got Matthias St. Jean, who's really stepped up. He's a bigger kid, moving from as a ninth grader. He moved in. He's had a really good off season. You got Kason Ochoa at running back as a young kid. Chase Downey, we had an OTA today, ran the ball really well for us today, and he'll be a senior next year for us. And then we got other slot guys. And then on defense, our 2 inside linebackers, I think are really, really good football players to replace Branson Brooks, of Chris Oladeji and Hudson Lee. And then our D-line, we lost Ife Joseph last year in the first game against Mill Creek, or I think he probably would have been an all-region player as a sophomore at D-line. So we're glad to get him back. And then we get TJ Lasordo back in the secondary, and he's got to manage those young guys we got back there, Matt Fox and Will Roberts and Jerison DeJesus and some of those guys. So
now, these are for the players. What does football season mean for the Lambert Longhorns?
One of the things I would say is like Lambert football, like the off season is a big grind. We lift a lot of weights. We do a lot of things to build our culture up and be a physical football team when it comes down to it. So I think this season's kind of like a fun payoff. If you don't have fun playing football games underneath the Friday night lights, I don't know why you're even there. Because playing those games with those crowds and having a big student section and having the band going, that's like what you live for as a high school athlete. There's nothing better than that. And no matter what level you play at, people always say high school football, some of the best memories you're gonna have in your life. And those games are just a lot of fun.
I believe that this is the most fired-up team we've ever had at Lambert High School. A lot of people are counting us out because we've lost a lot of great players, obviously Cam and Christian, but some of our defense linemen, offense linemen, me and Dylan, everybody on the team is just so fired up to win, and we're going to do anything it takes to win.
I believe this year all of us care about each other and care about Lambert. We care about winning, and everybody sits here and waits for their senior year, and it's finally come. Now as a 3rd-year start, I'm excited to get out with the guys, and we all care a lot. We have the same common goal, and that's the best thing about football. All a bunch of guys who care about each other and the same common goal for the season.
Yeah, I believe we're going to set the standard this year, and this team's really fired up to be out there and play every day. I see it at practice. We just want to go out there and compete, and I think that's what we're going to do this year.
What do outsiders don't understand about the discipline of being one of the top teams every year?
So I would say is just the work that goes in the off season, lifting weights, and even through the school year, we're always trying to get better, and when we're on the field, just focusing on just the next step every single day.
Yeah, there's definitely a target on our back. I mean, we're one of the best teams in the region every year, like you said. We've been right there on the edge. But, waking up early every day, going and working, and something I think we all have in common, we enjoy being out there. These guys love it. We love football. We love being out here together, and same common goal.
I'd say a big part of it has been Coach Mateer. He's been a very big help for me in my journey as a player and as a person. He keeps me accountable in the weight room. He gets us all strong, and he makes sure we work. And a lot of people don't understand that, is that the workouts we do at Lambert High School are nothing like any other high school in Georgia. And I'll put everything on that. He's the best I've ever been with, and he's helped me become the player I am today.
I think we talk about like discipline and success. Like, all the success we've had has been great, but again, we've come up short to win the region every year since I've been here. The past 3 years, we've been so close, and it's really, really bothered me because we've been, second, third, second, and within small margins of points. So I think one of the discipline factors you think like over the offseason we have to get so much tougher and so much more like ready to play, because sometimes these little mistakes are just holding us back. And I think, for me being my senior year, like I just really want to win this region so bad. Like that would mean the world to me if we got a region title, because we've been so competitive and we've beat so many good teams, but we just haven't been able to get over the ropes and beat, the Miltons and the North Atlantas of the world. But I think the time has come for us to really do that. And I think this team has a special chemistry that'll get us there. And I think that comes with the discipline and the training we do in the offseason.
Now, this for Coach Beach, to pick it off what these guys are saying, they're one step close. What have you and your coaching staff goals have set in place to make sure that one little mistake or anything that's like little that could have been taken care of last year is going to be taken care of this year?
Like Dylan said, we've been really close. We missed a field goal versus North Atlanta last year at the end of the game that would have put us in overtime. We had the ball against Milton 2 years ago on the 4-yard line with a chance to get it to a one-score game right in the ball game with 4 seconds left, or with 4 minutes to go. And then my first year, it was down the nip and tuck, and they faked a punt against us, and so we've been right there. Our mindset doesn't change. The weight room is a big thing. The discipline part, we have a thing called the Green Mile. And it's a hallway, and it looks like it's a mile long, and you're green when you're done. And when things aren't done right in the weight room, it carries over to the football field. So our discipline extends from the weight room to the field, and that's kind of where we set it. We did some competition stuff in the off season as teams and those kind of things, and just trying to build that chemistry. And you can't get plays back, so you got to make the most of them. And our region doesn't change; it's going to be just as tough. I always tell coaches all the time, our region is like NASCAR. Everybody's got the same engine, and whoever has the engine running right that night's got a chance to win. So we just got to get our engine running right every week.
Now, it's been a hot summer. Everyone in Georgia can count to that. Is there an essential thing you guys been working on, maybe like trying to key on the details, maybe put more points on the board, or maybe get more yards per game? Anything essential to that factor?
Honestly, the yardage and that kind of stuff doesn't matter. It's only one stat that matters, and that's the W stat. So we go into practice, and we're not changing what we've done for the last 3 years. We've kind of build off of that, and the heat, we've practiced in the morning, we've practiced in the afternoons, so we kind of got to just figure that part out, as long as the trainers don't take us off the field.
Now, this for the quarterback, Ethan Daugherty. Man, the ball touches your hand every single time, no matter what play it is. If you had to choose a play that Beach drove up, what play would that be, and who would you love to do it against?
I would love for it to be against North Forsyth. Just because I grew up there, I went to middle school there, and that's my senior year. I've actually gotten hurt there 2 of the 3 years we played there. So I'm excited to get there and play in their stadium. But definitely Matthew, and honestly, whatever he draws up, Coach Haynes got some good plays, and I'm excited for that.
Now, what can the fans expect from this Lambert offense this year?
A bunch of big receivers, and we're gonna make some big plays, but we're gonna drive the ball down the field. Don't have the speed we had like Christian Smith last year, but we have some big receivers out there, and I trust my guys up front. We're going to have time. We're going to be able to run the ball, and we're going to win our matchups. That's the biggest thing, win our one-on-one matchups.
Now, you guys kind of mentioned North Atlanta and North Forsyth. Is there a particular game you guys have circled on your calendars? Maybe it left a bad taste in your blood, or maybe just very high intense?
I say definitely North Atlanta for me. Last year that we were one game away from the region, and I played my worst game that game, and excited looking forward for that one for sure. And North Forsyth again because grew up there, know all those guys. I'm excited to go and play in their stadium one last time.
Yeah, I'd also have to say North Atlanta. I think we have a lot to prove this year when we play them, and I think it's going to be a good game this year.
As a lot of people know, West Forsyth is a very big game for us, and I love playing them, especially because it's going to be at home this year. So I'm fired up for it. Every single year, it's circled on our calendar. We love playing them. We love the intensity. We love our student section being at the game, and I'm excited to see what happens.
You know, I would definitely say West Forsyth because I have 2 games. The first one's West Forsyth, and the biggest reason behind that would be like my sophomore year. For me, all the memories of my sophomore year kind of flow into one, but the biggest one that stands out with me was being shut out in that game sophomore year, and that was probably the lowest I've ever felt like as a player during my football career, being shut out by West Forsyth at home. And, and that was a game where it was like early on we actually scored a touchdown, got called back from a block in the back, and we just never caught the momentum again. And so we get a chance to have that team again on our field as a senior. And I was probably my worst game of my career, too, in high school. I mean, I did not play very well. I was unconfident, and I was banged up, too, I had a thumb issue. And so I'm looking forward to like kind of getting back at that game and actually, not getting shut out and scoring points and winning that game. And then to Mill Creek, at Mill Creek, that's like Mill Creek is a blue blood program. I feel 100% confident we can beat Mill Creek. They're a great program. Obviously, they have great players, but I know they lost a lot of guys. And last year the score got out of hand. It was 56-26, but they scored 2 touchdowns like in trash time. And again, we were right there with them. And they're a dominant program, but we can go beat those guys, and we go into their stadium. That's going to be a great environment to play too. I enjoy going on the road and beating another team because being on the road, having a road win is very special because they're all booing you and doubting you, but you prove them wrong. And that's going to be a legit student section too. That's always ranked as like the best student section in like the country or like the highest state or whatever. So I look forward to playing those guys at Mill Creek.
A lot of teams mentioned, what's the best place to go to eat after that big win?
Taco Mac.
I know I go to Taco Mac all the time, but I love me some McDonald's, Taco Bell. I love all the fast food, and I do it with my guys any chance I get.
I want to hear from Coach Beach.
Well, this is 18 years as a head football coach, and I've eaten Taco Bell every Friday night, unless it closes on my exit. But for the last 18 years as a head coach, I always get Taco Bell on Friday.
I say definitely Taco Mac with the guys. I feel like we always go every win. Hopefully we'll go there a lot this year.
Yeah, I would say Taco Mac or Black Diamond for sure.
Now, who do you guys say had the most swag on the team?
Last year or this year?
This year, man. Talk about this year.
I mean, we don't have like a lot of like swaggy guys this year. Yeah, that's not what we're about. That's what I'd say. That's not really what we're about.
Yeah, we got to earn it for sure. From this guy right here, we got to earn it to be able to wear the swag. But I'd say probably Hamilton Black right there. That guy when he comes out there, I don't want to mess with him. He looks scary. He gets mad on game days. You don't want to mess with that guy. He looks good.
Yeah, like you said, we're not really allowed to wear much, sleeves and all that. But when he does, I do, and I try and look great on game day. Look good, play good. So
Myself.
Now, last year, we all knew who was the fastest player on that team. How about this year? Who's the fastest player on this team?
It's actually a sophomore backup quarterback named Knox Westmoreland. He is the fastest guy on our team, surprisingly. But out of the main guys who play, all I know is it's definitely not Ife Joseph.
It's definitely Knox. I mean, he ran the fastest 40, but I believe Kason Ochoa, he's the shiftiest player I've ever seen, and he's a very young kid, and I believe he's going to be really good for us this year.
Yeah, definitely Kason or this guy to my left. I'm pretty sure he was up there in the 40s. It's pretty fast, especially for an outside linebacker safety. Pretty fast.
Fastest guy on the team was, I guess, stat-wise, it was in Westmoreland. But, I mean, we got a couple guys in the backfield this year. We got TJ Lacerdo is going to be really fast for us. He's got that football speed, and I think he's going to be one of the faster guys on defense for sure.
Now, Coach, two-man, Ironman, anyone can guess who's that's going to be this year?
Peyton McCrimmon won it for us this year. It was close, with the way we cleaned, but it was a close battle, but Peyton McCrimmon was our Iron Man. he's an outside linebacker for us.
Ladies and gentlemen, that wraps up Lambert Longhorns Football and Media Day. I'm Derek Richmond, the sports reporter for Forsyth County News. You can check the Lambert Longhorns playing at Mill Creek on August 15th. Want to give thanks to our platinum sponsors, Los Rios Mexican Restaurants, Los Rios Mexican Cantina, Andy Chevrolet, and Poppin for letting us film this year's Media Day. We're signing out.